Only two words for it. This is really murky business. With me in the studio tonight to discuss the ramifications, Nalini Singh, Sanjeev Srivastav, all senior journalists, and I'm also joined by Professor at CSDS Madhu Kishwar. Our political editor Navika Kumar, who's been tracking the story closely, is also with us tonight on the political impact of the story. With me is Vinod Sharma, who's senior journalist. Also joining us tonight is senior lawyer in the Supreme Court, Pinky Anand, and BJP leader Shaina NC. We have a full house tonight. Now, while you're looking at it, let me ask you first, Shaina, when you're looking at this story from Mumbai, not from just a local perspective, what are the bigger issues it raises, in your view?
I think there are multiple issues. If you start off with Ashok Gehlot himself, first denying even knowing Babri Devi, and then saying that, there's so many people who come to meet me, giving instructions to his minister, saying that you must silently sort out this issue. You have a union minister, you have a state minister, the entire law and order, and you have the High Court verdict of September 30th. The court is that this is the weakest government in Rajasthan. Case is transferred to the CBI that does not absolve the state police of finding out who the real culprits are. And then you have today Mrs. Bishnoi coming out and speaking against Ashok Gehlot and saying that the chief minister knew everything, and she knows for a fact that Babri Devi did meet the chief minister. So is the chief minister just incompetent? Is he ill-informed, or is he choosing to stay silent on such a large issue? Then you have another issue, which is the State National Women's Council, the president, Mamta Sharma. She is from Rajasthan originally, and no statement at all. No statement from the government, because they themselves are not in the know where Babri Devi is. Is she dead? Is she alive? Is she missing? Is she kidnapped? Is this CD all about the entire government? Is it about one minister, or is it about everyone in Rajasthan? So I think there are lots of issues.
Question is, can you limit the damage, Vinod Sharma? Let's say other person, can you limit the damage to this minister? Because everyone, including the BJP, is raising questions about the chief minister. Did he know? Did he give any advice? Did he act too late? Can these questions be avoided anymore, Vinod Sharma?
Well, I don't think so, Arnav. I think that even if the chief minister is not directly accountable, he is responsible for what has gone on for so long. And it is really shameful, because this involves a woman, and we today have in this country a president who comes from the state of Rajasthan, who is a woman. We have a woman speaker in the Lok Sabha, leader of opposition is a woman, the UPA chairperson is a woman. It's an issue that cannot be brushed under the carpet, and I think that accountability must be fixed, political accountability must be fixed, and whoever has to be given the marching orders must be given the marching orders, because this is not an issue that can be brushed under the carpet.
Why was there no pressure put on Ashok Gehlot? Ashok Gehlot came and did the political damage part of it. There was no pressure put on. Let me get Nalini Singh. He's got away so far. Nobody's asked about moral culpability so far of Ashok Gehlot. Nalini Singh.
My information is, and it is from a highest source in Rajasthan, in the cabinet, that Ashok Gehlot was told by Mahipal Medarna 6 to 8 months ago about what we delicately call a friendship with Babri Devi.
What's wrong with that?
Now, so, nothing. See, he had been already told, he told him that I have this kind of relationship with Babri Devi. Now,
first of all,
the question is, but please let me go ahead. Now the question is that, there is a deeper issue. You have got another MLA, a Congress MLA, also with great proximity. There are fingers pointing at some illegitimate, at least one child. So a DNA
there's no
test
problem.
might be.
The issue is not about illegitimate relationship or morality.
Please, let me go in.
Okay,
please,
yeah.
what happened is that
that's
Babri Devi was asking for a Congress ticket. So this is the real face of power in India, in Indian politics. This is the real sleaze. Maybe Babri Devi thought that these are some of the ways that you climb up the ladder, the political ladder. So what I'm saying is that this is well known in Rajasthan political circles. Please investigate that also.
I will investigate, I promise you will. But my only simple limited question is, why did Maderna lie? Maderna lied. On the 15th of September, he said, I don't know this woman. Sanjeev Srivastav, why did he lie?
This is politics.
When you lie, you are covering up.
Oh, absolutely. I think if somebody literally has been caught with his pants down, that's Mahipal Maderna. But talking about Ashok Gehlot, he had a real problem.
What?
If we just go back to 2000, the earlier election which he lost to Vasundhara Raje, that was largely because of the Jat vote in Rajasthan. And the Jat vote in Rajasthan has all along been anti-Gehlot because of Mahipal Maderna's father, Parasram Maderna.
But for God's sake, this is not about...
But that is the reason...
This is about a possible...
But Arnab, that is the reason why Ashok Gehlot couldn't have dared ask Maderna to go before he did. When the water really came to here, that was because...
But
see, he's heading a minority government. He's heading... See, we also know real politics. He's heading a minority government. 96 MLAs Congress has out of 200. There is a big Jat factor.
But
they control about...
agree with you on that.
No, that's fine. I don't need anybody to agree with me. I know Rajasthan politics, what happens there.
You reported there for years. But Madhu Kishwar, you were nodding your head.
We are not talking about the morality of it.
No.
I was talking about the politics.
You are talking about the real politics. You are saying this is the reality. Now, whether you like it or not, there are political compulsions. Madhu Kishwar was furiously nodding her head when that happened.
No, I'm saying I agree that this is the reality. Very cynical, very dangerous situation. It also tells you the kind of women that are gravitating towards politics.
I don't think we should generalize.
No, I'm saying inevitably, when the risks are so high.
And the rewards as well.
And rewards as well. And the kind of men that are in it, if you have a criminalized polity, then politics does become a frightening thing.
But I don't think we can generalize.
No, but more importantly, coming back to it, I think there is a consistent pattern, Arnab, in the way Congress party has been defending, whether on charges of corruption or other crimes. Each one of their ministers who actually ought to be in jail, but they will ostrich-like pretend they don't know that nothing is really wrong till the courts intervene, and then they complain that the courts are going overboard. But if the political establishment surrenders its authority, a chief minister surrenders his authority over his cabinet, refuses to take responsibility, and I mean, what is all this intelligence establishment for if you can't even keep an eye on such criminal activities of your colleagues?
Pinky Ananda, before I go to you, I was asking, Ashok Gehlot will have to be asked. On the 13th, the High Court sought an explanation from the police. Why did you not even question this Maderna? You did not even have the
because they knew.
Or the authority.
Why? What would they question? They knew everything.
They didn't question. Did they question him, Navika?
6 to 8 months ago, they
knew, but they didn't even question him. That's the worrying part. Navika.
Well, it's been a pattern. It's been a pattern in the Congress, probably at the center, where different ministers have been doing different things, but the center, the leader really doesn't question. Same thing repeating itself in Rajasthan. Again, Ashok Gehlot probably leaving it till the fire really reached his doorstep in taking action. That's something that the BJP has taken on, and political fires is something that Ashok Gehlot has been fighting over the last couple of weeks. He's been in and out of Delhi trying to
limit it
save
to this minister now?
Absolutely.
Can they limit it to him?
Absolutely not at the moment. Nobody can say how far this is going to go, but the CBI is looking at two very, very serious angles of investigation. One, of course, is the fact that Bhavri Devi went missing on the 1st of September. Today, on the 10th of November, we don't know where she is. Has she been murdered in the first place? That's number one.
The husband has lodged a complaint on the 5th of September.
And all of that is being investigated, and Maderna has been questioned today. He's going to be questioned tomorrow. The other angle of this, and that's what I think Madhu Kishwar was hinting at, is the ambition. Why was there a plot of making a CD? A CD has made the rounds of the media today. Who filmed that CD? Was there a blackmail angle? Did Bhavri Devi actually want to have a CD in place so that she could blackmail her way into power of politics in Rajasthan? All of these angles are being investigated, and clearly
but it tells you about the nature of politics. And I'm saying in that sense, it's important to know the kind of men and women that are gravitating towards politics.
And on politics, can I just say one sentence? Ashok Gehlot himself, actually, when this whole thing was playing out, actually told me, and I'm sure he must have told some other journalists as well, that he was waiting once a case is lodged, that like a right to his politician or whatever, that Maderna will resign. When he did not resign for at least 2 to 3 weeks, then he actually had to speak to the governor had to summon the minister, you know, so he was a very...
But then I think a prime minister sets a very negative role model in that sense. And so I think the chief ministers are following...
The
his
Chief Minister
example.
has to take responsibility. Yes.
I think, Arnav, this is a question of a very permissive political configuration that we have. Now, basically, this privileged access. You have privileged access in politics, just as you have privileged access. You know, look at, you've forgotten the Neera Radia tapes that showed you the privileged access of the corporate sector to policy making, cabinet, everything. Here is a feudal India playing out in politics, privileged access not only to land, mining, natural resources, etc., but to the weakest, and political patronage. So what they showed Bhavri Devi, and she fell for it, was that, you know, this is a good time to enjoy it.
I think
give yourself up. This is really a way in which she thought she was going to climb up.
A story looks like this, that first of all, I think, Pinky Anand, sorry for coming to you late, story looks like this. First of all, you try to limit the damage. First you deny. Then you try to limit the damage. Then you try and make sure that you don't take the political hit, so you shift the case to the CBI. In the meantime, the High Court steps in, you're forced to sack this man. The moment you sack this man, now you're saying, we are going to blame this man for everything and pretend that our hands were clean. But is it possible to do that, Pinky, in your view? Can you now limit the damage to this minister, or is this sex scam going to explode?
I don't think that, you know, these kind of damages can be controlled when things are out in the open, and I think this has been following a pattern. Frankly, even otherwise, I might say, from Rajasthan we've had various kind of scams which have come through, including the Mathura case and including the Vishakha case, where you had the entire issue of law being decided of sexual assault on women. But I think this blame game, it is very typical. First, the political heads holds everybody intact and hopes that they will not be touched. And the minute that the cameras are there and everything is let loose, I think that's the time when everybody lets go. And this time, of course, it was when the High Court intervened. It was not even when Ashok Gehlot came to know the entire situation. It was just as good as, you can say, Chidambaram's situation in the 2G scam is. I mean, everything is known, everything is guarded, and yet it is only when the courts are really stepping in that some action is being taken. So I don't think there's any scope for Madarna here. Only thing which requires possibly to be seen further is, at this point of time, there is a confession regarding the relationship, but Bhavri Devi is still missing. The question is not of relationship. The question is further of whether she's been murdered, whether she's alive, September 1 to 10th November. We have to find that out, and I think that's where CBI really needs to ensure from this investigation as to what has happened to this poor lady who is gone missing.